this is how you're going to want to rebuild this Dark Horse. But I'm going to do it and then send it like this. So this is the ohms calculator, but you just put in all the specs, and once you do a couple builds you understand, but I don't need to get into all that. This will be a long ass video if I did that. But I think this is 26 wire. It's either 26 or 28, but oh yeah, that's nickel. Okay, so what you just want to do is really easy. I took the coil that was in here out. It was a nickel one. Never want to do a nickel one. I don't like them at all. But you want to make sure that your device is off or the battery's out. So it's off. A lot of people would probably want to take their batteries out, but I just turned mine off. I've never had a problem. I burnt my finger before though. And then I just take out about a foot. Maybe, yeah, foot of this. And it's saying that 8 wraps will get me 0.6. So you want to get, you know, the biggest screwdriver out of like a 3 set that has a small, medium, and large. It's that big. I don't really have anything to compare it to, or maybe a quarter. You know, it's a little wider than a quarter, but 3 millimeters. And usually I do a sleeper build, but I'm gonna send some coils. So I'm just going to do a regular build. I don't know why sleeper is just easier for me, but I'm just doing a regular build. So all you do is just hold that wire like that, and then just wrap it around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's around there 8 times. Then you want to push it up against that, and that's why I like these Stanley. They got that yellow blocker right there. See, so it's already looking like a good coil. These are really simple coils. I'm gonna make some and send some, but then you just clip it off. And this is the actual RDA that will be coming, courtesy of me and Dustin Lynn. Now when you put it in, you just put it in those 2 holes. And this is why you want your device off. So you can actually, usually I leave it on there. So you're gonna wanna wish the thing pointed down a little bit. You're gonna wanna hold it like that. Hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna tilt this up a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. So you're gonna wanna hold it like that and get it to where it's sitting about middle. See how I pushed it over? And what you'll wanna do is leave that middle one loose. So you tighten that. You can see what I'm doing. You just kind of gotta mess with it. You want it like that, and you know, you could see it's sticking out the other side. Now, what I like to do is just put a little tension on that middle pin. Tighten up a little bit. Oh yeah, whoops, never mind. Don't tighten that up, but just snip it off. Get it to where you know it's gonna sit and not touch the walls. I wish I had a better light. Hold on. There we go. You want to get it to where you can see that it's not going to be touching those. And you're going to be making sure this thing's safe before you put cotton in it or put it all back together. So then you leave, so that middle screw is loose. Right there. And you just want to come in behind it and clip it. I leave a tiny bit hanging out, but you want to leave just a tiny bit, not so it's going to run into your next coil, which I think it'll be fine. So as you can see, you have that through there. You hold it to where it's about going to be, then you come back here and you clip it as far as it'll go. So then you go on to the next one. Take your wire, hold your thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do it together. See, so you got that like that. Push it, you know. And then you can put the long side through the outside one, and I know that's extremely long. And then what you're going to want to do is feed it through there, that middle post. Feed it through that middle post, and you can push that other coil down out of the way. And you can even put a screwdriver in it like that to hold it down and make that wire come up over the other coil. So I got a screwdriver in each one of these right now. And like I said, just leave a little bit of slack on that outside post. Tighten that outside post up. Make sure it's not too much slack though. I mean, if they don't sit center of the center pin, it's not the end of the world. So you got both of these going through there. isn't the best build in the world, but if it's too close to those posts, just pull it away a little bit with this. You're going to want to get all of them pretty tight. There's better clippers than this to get right back in behind that post and clip it. But you can always loosen up that center post. See, what I do is I tighten it and then I wiggle that wire back and forth. But it takes a while. But if that don't work for you, you just unscrew the center post a little bit, push it through just a little bit further, and clip it. And see, this is what I mean by that was hanging there the whole time. You just wiggle it around if you can, and usually they just fall right off after you wiggle it a little bit. But damn, I'm 12 minutes in. Then you get all your screws in. Don't like crazy tighten them, but make sure that they're got a good contact on there. You can look down in there. You don't want any wires coming through the middle touching the other wires. So pretty much the only wires that need to be touching is the outside post to the center post, another one from the other outside post to the center post. And see how they're not completely even right now. Son of a bitch. They're not completely even. If you put the cap on right now and hit it, it would short out. So this is what you want to do. Turn your thing on. Get your little tiny needle nose pliers. And you know what? I mean, I'm at 50 watts right now. I like doing it at like about 35. See, okay, now you see the difference. I lit them up, cherried them, let go of the trigger button, and then smushed them together. Tightened them up. Now I'm going to do it to the other one. See how the other one's all loose? Let it. And when you're doing that, pull them to the center. See how they're as much to the center as possible. After that, if they're off a little bit, just tweak them over a little bit. You want them as close to the center as possible. All right. Now, this is what you will want to do. You will want to take, see this, it is all one unit. You either want to take this off to drip on it, or you just leave it on and drip through the top, because it doesn't pull off like some do. This part will unscrew, but the threads will get messed up if you keep doing it. So just drip through there. And then what you want to do, this is what I do. I'm at a 0.5 right now. So when I put this on and spin it around, it should stay at a 0.5. If it changes or says low resistance, that means that this metal thing is touching the coil. And why they're in there like that, you can even cherry them up really quick. They look good to me. I'm going to pause it, let them cool down a little bit. All right, they're cooled down. And then you want to twist this. You want to twist it, not, you know, get it tight as you can, really. Get it tight. And then you're going to want to thread it through. And I always thread from the outside towards, like if it's off-centered a little bit to the right, I come in from that side. So if it tugs on the coil and brings it over, it's going to just center it more. And then you just pull that through. And you can just keep going. Till about, I mean, you can just keep going under there, whatever you want. You don't need a lot of. And then what I do is I just come right to the base and I cut it like so, and trim a little more off because there's no juice wells in this, but there's a little indentation. So there you go. There's those on that side, nice and fluffy. And then where did that go? Okay, so then you can use the same one. That's why I try to get it in there, kind of. You're going to want to put that one on this side. Pull it in. Get it to that nice and fluffy part. I mean, you want them tight, but not to the point where... And yeah, looks like little scissors are good. So I'm just going to cut that off about the same length. Like that. Like that. And then what you want to do is see how it's all just sticking out everywhere. You just want to push that back and make sure you don't hit that coil and push it up against the post or something. But you just want to push it in, and I push mine down and under my pins. Like these pins are really big, so I kind of just do the best job I can, kind of like that. You want to keep it away from the front of the coil because that's where your airflow is going to come in. So, like I said, push it back. And I noticed it doesn't leak as much or splash as much if you push it. So that's what you end up getting. And no, I will not put any juice on here because you're gonna do it. I'll be sending some coils like this. They're all 8 wrap. I'll probably do 9 wrap, but you can put them in. You're gonna have to put them in, get them in there good, and fire it up and pinch them together with needle nose. But this should last you for a little while. You know, you can always take that cotton out and redo it. It's been 20 minutes. I'm out.